Good evening. It's Tuesday, October 25th, 2016, and we're here at Memorial Field for today's exciting boys Class A playoff soccer action between the Deering Rams and Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt. Frank, both teams doing well this year. Deering a little bit higher ranked. Portland 10-3-2 coming in. They had to play a prelim against Bonnie Eagle, and Alex Frank had a header to win that game.
Well, and Steve, last Friday we had to contend with those rains, which postponed quite a few competitions. Portland Bonnie Eagle soccer playing through it. Bulldogs really showing some good resiliency, able to play through the weather conditions and advance to a rematch from, I believe, the regular season finale, which is a 1-1 tie.
Now, on the other hand, we have Deering High School, and my understanding is at 11-1-2 with a bye. The big player to watch is number 10, Issa Ramadan.
Ramadan's really a jack of all trades for this Deering team. He has the speed, he has the touch, and he's starting to play out of the shadow of his older brother, Hani Ramadan, who was a top goal scorer a couple years ago, since moved on to USM.
And folks, Ori Dutton, another great player for Deering, and a great supporting cast. It's playoff soccer here on WPPS TV3. We'll bring you all of the action in a moment. So now, folks, announcer John Coyne will announce the teams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Deering's Memorial Field for today's quarterfinal Class A South Boys matchup. Tonight's matchup features the 6th-ranked Portland High School Bulldogs and your number 3-ranked Deering High School Rams. Tonight we'll start by introducing the bench personnel for each team. We'll begin with the Portland High School Bulldogs. Number 5, Ken Bernard. Number 7, El Shaddai Nagwandu. Number 10, Omar Dowd. Number 16, Luca Serio. Number 17, Pina Grabizis. Number 18, Wes Bryan. Number 19, Abu Bakar Ali. Number 21, Tyler LeMay. Number 22, Barrett Bobe. And injured and not shooting up tonight, number 25, Tim Baker. Also number 00, Max Valbon. Now the bench personnel for Deering High School. Number 2, Connor Dome. Number 6, Omar Contreras. Number 9, Jonah Peterson. Number 11, Leonardo De Greca. Number 15, Mohammed Abdu Rahman. Number 17, Muzamel Osmani Azizi. Number 20, Kevin Siegel. Number 21, Owen Callahan. Number 30, Nick James. And number 40, Pedro Lusagandio. And now let's get to those starting lineups, and we'll begin with the Bulldogs from Portland High School. Number 3, Alex Miones. Number 4, Quinn Clark. Number 6, Sam Merman. Number 8, Dana Hinchliff. Number 9, Alex Frank. Number 11, Zachariah Scheib. Number 12, Emmanuel Yugu. Number 15, Aaron Hoekstra. Number 20, Samuel Nuranziza. Number 23, Pedro Fonseca. And in net for the Bulldogs, number 0, Rowan Dalligan. The Bulldogs are coached by Rocco Franzilli, and he's assisted by Joe Giordano, Ben Herman, Brett O'Kelly, and Bob Brittingham. And now the starting lineups for your Deering High School Rams. Number 7, Bill Turumbawe. Number 10, Issa Ramadan. Number 19, Chris Irakozi. Number 22, Hisham Ramadan. Number 23, Eric Pereira. Number 24, Robert Ochan. Number 25, Caleb Delano. Number 29, Janata Mbongo. Number 32, Ezra Chapola. Number 39, Ori Dutton. And in net for the Rams, number 77, Mustafa Kadim. The Rams are coached by Joel Costigan. He's assisted by Miles Bisher, Steve Courting, and Steve Andreas. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise. Remove your caps and face our nation's flag at the open end of our field, and join us in honoring America and those who defend her with the playing of our national anthem, sung by our very own Deering Chorus.
And bright stars through the moonless skies, on the ramparts we watched, with the government we see, and the rockets red glare, the bombs were singing there, it proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, save us as Star-Spangled Banner yet wave, for the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
So, athletic directors Rob O'Leary and our host Mel Craig together right now on the field. This is a very, very healthy rivalry, but just the second time that these two teams have played in the playoffs. So number 19, we're going to be learning these games as these names as we go along right now. As Portland has the ball, they're in the dark blue, and it's on the far side of the field.
Looks like the signal was Deering ball.
So there's Quinn Clark, but it's going to head the other way now. But an interception, and off to the wing on the is Dana Hinchliff. He's fast, but a nice defensive play by Caleb Delano. And that will have possession going to Deering. And he throws it into Ramadan. Issa Ramadan, number 10, one of the stars in this team. Emmanuel Hugo, also a basketball player that we know well, Frank.
We see a lot of him in the wintertime, and we'll see how he operates here on the pitch.
You know, that was close to a handball by Nugandu.
Just kind of stuck the hand out there, and Bulldogs were lucky that he missed it.
So I'm not sure if that was by design or not, but he missed the ball there. That's Sam Merman, who clears deep. And number 23 is Fonseca. And how can we not know that name? Pedro Fonseca, of course, another great basketball player, Frank. I think a documentary was done or is being done on him and his magical basketball season.
Fonseca, fantastic freshman basketball season for Joe Russo's state championship squad.
A clear now. We'll bring it to about midfield as Ori Dutton, a name that we've heard a lot about. One of the stars on the Deering team.
Dutton coming over from goalkeeper last year to move up to forward this year, and he's been putting in the net a couple times.
So pressure on the left side, and Merman's just going to go ahead and kick it out ahead of Eric Pereira. And the throw-in will now come in from Caleb Delano to Pereira. Double teamed, really almost triple teamed, but got it through all the way to goal. Portland keeper Rowan Dalligan. So here we go now. It's a race to the finish line here as Hugo will let it go out and he'll throw it in.
And he was contesting on that play with Robert Ochan of Deering, brother Stephen Ochan, all-conference player, All-American, I believe, a couple of years ago for the Rams.
Absolutely, and somebody that we know well. Actually, back in the day, my son Jack and he played pace of soccer together all the way up into the state championship. And I can tell you that there was a time when we were hoping Mr. Ochan would attend Portland High School. Instead, he went on to that great All-American career at Deering.
Always the subtle recruiting battle between Portland and Deering, whether spoken or unspoken, Steve.
That's right. We were totally legal, I can tell you that. But he was also the Gatorade Player of the Year here at Deering High School. So we knew a good player when we saw one. And he went the route of Deering High School. As you know, folks, we often say that when Portland High School and Deering High School play, the Portland Public Schools cannot lose. And this is exciting playoff soccer as Ramadan now will kick it in from the close to the box, so just outside of it. Not really a wall here, as I think they're treating it almost like a corner. He could bend it in. It's punched out of there nicely.
And Ramadan, another player with an older brother, in whose shadow he plays, Hani Ramadan, currently playing for USM. He was on the same team as Stephen Ochan. So the Ramadans and the Ochans keeping Deering soccer in good hands.
It's on the far left side. It's crossed in now and going to be covered by the goalie. Number 77.
As Ramadan showing his indoor track speed.
Well, Frank, you would know. Frank Mayed here today, teacher at Deering High School, cross-country coach, assistant track coach, I believe.
That's right.
And as well, great broadcast partner on WPPS TV for Portland High School basketball broadcasts. I think the last time we were here, as that's headed over to the goalie, the last time that we were actually here was for a tremendous regular season basketball game between Portland and Deering that, to my mind, was the most exciting game that I have ever been to.
That was a good one, Steve. Excellent matchup.
It was filled to the rafters. I mean, in the end, Portland High School had a dominant season. The curious thing, Portland High School had one loss. Actually, it was a Christmas tournament loss. Technically, they really had no losses when it mattered. Deering only had 3, and all 3 were at Portland High School.
2 in the regular season and 1 up in Augusta in a very sparsely attended playoff game.
People don't know what they missed, but we do.
Luckily, we had it recorded for WPPS TV3.
That's right.
Bulldogs, El Shaddai Nagandu.
So El Shaddai Nagandu checks in for the Dogs. That's a nice, crisp pass to Delano. Fonseca, sporting the red hair now. Oh, what a nifty move by Isan. Isa Ramadan, my goodness. He is a candidate for All-American, and you can see why.
Tremendous player, good feet, even better speed.
Delano now over to Arakosi. Delano again now on the right side will be Mbongo.
Janata Mbongo, one of the leaders of this Deering team, anchoring the defense.
Well, that's a nice steal there by Ochan, but and now controlling again is Turahim. If I can get this right, we're going to call him Bill. Bill Turahimbawawi. And his first name is, I think, Lounge, but he goes by Bill as well, and I think we might as well just...
That makes it easy on us, Steve.
Make it easy. And there he is with the ball, but now it's going to go over to the... oh, that's a nice send on the left side. And running after it is Samuel Nora Ziza.
And great clear by Ochan there, really just popping that ball up as high as he could, out of play. And it looks like it'll be a Portland corner.
It looks like Alex Maloney's is taking it. If I number 3. So here we go, folks. Oh, it's in front of the goal. Headed out of there. Portland holding its own against this great, daring team. Oh, that hit Hugo's elbow and finally called for the handball. Watch out, Ramadan on the left side. He's got 1, 2 to 3 to beat. What a pass. Oh, goodness, folks. A great attempt.
I believe that was Hisham Ramadan with the kick there after just narrowly missing the upper left-hand side of the goal.
Brother to brother, they know where they're going to be. And the long clear. That was a beautiful setup and a great opportunity for Deering. Folks, it is fun watching number 10, Issa Ramadan. It's a treat you're getting to watch in this special edition of Portland Deering Soccer on WPPS TV3. Oh, and couldn't be controlled by Ngandu.
There's Ramadan going up the sideline.
He had two defenders on him. He had Alex Frank as well as Emmanuel Hugo at the midi. And here's 19, Irakoze.
Chris Irakoze coming over from South Dakota where he was attending school last year.
My goodness. He's used to the northern cold weather, we can say that. It's a rather quiet crowd, although there are a lot of students lining the way. But, folks, I mean, of course, it's quite chilly tonight. It's almost... I'm sure it's into the low 40s at this point, but it seems even more chilly, and it's quite windy out. Oh, there's a long shot off the top crossbar. Oh, my goodness, folks. Watch out, Alex Maloney's.
Really didn't appear to have anyone on the Deering side expecting that shot coming, Steve. Just kind of rifled it in there from long range.
Well, this is exciting playoff soccer from Deering's Memorial Field. The long send. Hugo. There's one move. Oh, he's going to lose it to Pereira, who's going to send Ramadan in the middle. Oh, my gosh, folks. Oh, my gosh, what a save, but on the rebound, a score.
A great effort by Rowan Dalligan out to get it in the way of that, but couldn't corral it. Deering is able to punch it in.
So, folks, it was an offsides. The goal is called off, and it just remains a great save.
Excellent toughness by Dalligan there, able to put himself in the way in harm's way there, kind of get a hand, a foot, a face, whatever he can on that ball.
You know, there's nobody on the Deering side here that's really complaining about that. So you can assume that that is exactly what had happened. Offsides. Number 17, Peter Grabitsis, now comes in for Deering. And he'll come in for, oh, I'm sorry, number 17,
Azizi.
I believe it's Mutsamal Osmani Azizi in for the Rams.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong roster. My apologies. Quinn Clark now sends it to the middle, where Maloney sends it up, and he's got Fonseca in front. But to Deering, very crisp. You know, and you can almost tell, Frank, they really want to get it on Issa Ramadan's foot. But they all play a great supporting role. We had an opportunity to talk to Athletic Director Mel Craig beforehand, and she readily will say, while they have, you know, their stars, everybody plays a great supporting role on this team. And you can tell because that's why they're good.
Well, and Steve, much as we saw with Bulldog basketball this winter, that's really what it takes. It takes a team effort willing to support, and even a star who's willing to give up a little bit of the spotlight when it counts for the best of the team.
Point is very, very well taken, and we really do understand that. As the corner, it's headed away, and here comes Portland on the run. Fonseca now, but it's going to go a little too far. And the last defender back will be Ezra Chipola. He'll clear it.
State scorer in the triple jump for the Deering boys indoor track team.
Oh, here's a threat. Great defense over there on the left side, folks. Oop, a little push there, maybe, not called. As you can hear the crowd being, the Portland crowd a little upset as Shahib was elbowed briefly by Ramadan. Or quickly. Oh, that is a nice ball. Headed. Folks, the threats have been coming gangbusters against the Portland Bulldogs. Deering is a team to behold here, folks. And here's the shot. Oh, my goodness. What a save. What a save by Rowan Dalligan.
Great touch on that ball from Janata Mbongo, able to kind of curl it around the defense. Rowan Dalligan gets his mitts on it. And now he's going to burn a little time when his offense gets set up.
24 and a half minutes left in the first half, folks. And it's 0-0. Portland and Deering playoff soccer. Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt for WPPS TV3 Sports. And here we go. Issa Ramadan to the left side. Oh, my goodness. What a save on the shot by Eric Pereira. Rowan Dalligan, folks, is something to watch himself.
Dalligan is on another level tonight, Steve. Diving stop off that Pereira shot.
So here we go, folks. As it's going to go out kind of far here. And Alex Malonis will take it. Ultimately controlled by Tura Himbawi. So the threat was there, but blocked by the Deering player, blocked a second time.
And that'll be Deering ball.
So here's Ramadan. It's actually going to be Deering ball again. It's a large field here. Here's the effort to keep it in. Doesn't work. It'll be Deering ball again. So number 7 is Tura Himbawi, Bill, and he really has been active in this game here tonight. Ultimately, that's taken, though, by Nurunziza. And here's Pedro Fonseca. On the left side, stops, looks, scoops it over the Deering player, but it's ultimately cleared. And it will be Deering ball. That's thrown in by Hisham Ramadan. Clark getting ahead on that. Cleared out. Number 7 is Nagandu. Watch out, folks. Deering, Portland on the prowl here, but stolen. Nifty defense by Robert Ochan and Hisham Ramadan. Hugo clears. And an opportunity here, but it lands right at the feet of Delano. Now it's a Portland ball again, and there's a push. And this is going to be, a direct kick, I believe. Folks, when we talk about Quinn Clark, he's having a monster season on the football field. He's a kicker. He's second now. He had 9 extra points in a game. It's a shot straight on and a save.
Nice grab by Kadeem there.
So Quinn Clark actually is second now for Portland High School for the number of extra points in a game with 9. He passed John Williams, who and one other player who have 8. And there's only one to beat, of course, and there was one to beat, a fellow who got 10 back in 1917.
I have to go back a long ways to get to that stat, Steve. Sounds like a Peter Gribben provided statistic there.
Yeah, and you could see Issa Ramadan went down. Alex Frank, there was no call there. Alex Frank got the ball. You know, there's no rest for the weary either. He doesn't get a chance to even really recover, but he's calling for the ball. And, he's a little bit angry too, but that was a great legal tackle by Manya Hugo. He's trying to say that it went off a Deering player, but to no avail. Caleb Delano will chip it in. And right there to cover it will be Rowan Daligan. He'll now clear. 18 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first half. 0-0 is the score in this exciting SMAA Boys Class A playoff action.
Portland, number 17, Peter Grabizzi.
So Grabizzi's comes in for Portland, and Pedro Lusogandio comes in for Deering. And taking a break for Portland will be El Shaddai Nagandu. And taking a break for Deering will be Eric Pereira.
And there's Luzagandio. He'll get a touch his first seconds in.
Oh, Hugo with a nice move, and now he's going to have an opportunity to clear it and keep it in bounds. But right there with the header is number 25, Delano. Also a number we've called a lot tonight. Very active on the field. Grabitsis. Well, Fonseca just went down, and we'll see what the call is. This could be, well, I guess it's going to be Deering ball. I guess he must have touched it. There was a possibility that it was going to be a corner kick. We believe the winner of this game is going to play Falmouth.
Falmouth, number 2 seed in the Southern Class A tournament. Falmouth is always that kind of wild card, Steve, playing the Western Maine Conference schedule. They'll play the Yarmouths, Capes, and Greeleys of the world in the regular season, and then they jump up to Class A for their tournament play.
That's exactly right, and that's by design and by permission. They're allowed to do that. Okay, on the left side is Shahib. And he has Nuranziza, but it's taken by Deering.
Janata and Bongo all over the play there.
Yeah, that's a nice, strong clear. A little action here. Fonseca now will have the throw. And actually coming in to take the throw will be Grabitsis. So we'll get a look and see how strong his arms are. And, here we go, folks. There's an opportunity, but not really home. Anybody for Portland. Here comes Hugo.
And that'll be Portland ball. Grabisi's again with the throw-in.
A nice strong throw headed over by Fonseca, but, well, here we go, Alex Frank. A dangerous player when he gets his foot on the ball.
Alex Frank, veteran player, played a lot of varsity minutes here for the Bulldogs.
And we have a corner kick, folks. So Alex Malonis will take it. Portland will line up.
We have Fonseca down on a knee tying a shoe, kind of adding a little suspense here.
It's headed, and we'll see. It's kicked out, but this time it's just going to be Portland's ball, if you will, but not a corner kick.
We go back to throw-in specialist Peter Grabisi's again.
It's a nice, strong throw. It's headed. Folks, if Portland could cover it, then it's another corner kick, and Malonis will take it. So Portland has certainly had its chances here, Frank, with just under 15 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, and really, play's been pretty evenly divided, Steve. A lot of action on the Deering end early. Now in front of Portland's offensive zone.
So that was a nice save there a moment ago by Mustafa Kadim.
For the Maine Rams, number 2, Connor Doan.
So Connor Doan is in now, number 2 for the Rams. Not sure if you can hear the vocal stylings of John Coyne rushing out to get the ball again. Great anticipation. Mustafa Kadim, the goalie. Big, long, clear. Call that a Gilman in lacrosse. Hugo all over that ball, but ultimately to Delano. Here comes Ramadan on the left side. This time he gets past Hugo, but he's going to have to get past Frank as well. Nice defensive move, but we'll see. It's going to be Portland ball, and the throw-in will come from Caleb Delano, junior defender. Over to Doan. Doan gets it inside.
Dutton using that big frame to create some space inside, but he's unable to corral it.
That was just headed out by Malonis. This time it's to Quinn Clark. An accurate boot. As it goes to Fonseca, it's going to travel out of bounds. Well, instead he's going to send it. Oh my gosh, he's threaded the needle, folks, but right there is number 32, Chipola.
Chipola winning that race to the ball there with Grabisi's. It'll be Janata and Bongo on the goal kick again.
I actually recall a poll of other athletes in Sports Illustrated as to the most difficult sport and demanding sport to play, and hands down they were saying soccer, because the majority of them did.
Well, see, it's one of those games where the clock never stops. You know, there are no real timeouts. We see in basketball, you're playing, 4 8-minute periods for a 32-minute game. Here, you're on the run for 2 full halves.
Entering the match, number 16, Luca Serio.
Connor Doan on the corral for Deering, over to Ochan.
Folks, number 16, Luca Serio has checked in. Luca, part-time broadcaster a couple of years ago for us, and did a couple of games himself with then student David Menard, and did the analyst for us. He and Mr. Menard, David Menard, at one point did a whole game with English speak. They were speaking as English announcers, and they were great. He'll have none of that.
And giving the game a little more European feel.
Very physical game. Both players get a hand in each other, and good non-calls by the referees. As number 21 for Portland set to check in is Tyler LeMay, and number 23 for Deering is Eric Pereira.
Tyler LeMay.
Pereira will replace Ori Dutton.
For the Rams, number 23, Eric Pereira.
And it looks like Aaron Hoekstra will get a breath for the Bulldogs.
The name Hoekstra is synonymous with Portland High School sports. Watch out, folks. Oh, a block. And checking in now for Deering will be number 30, Nick James. Well, or when he can, anyway. And it looks like they're going to give a little relief to Bill Turahimbawe.
And see if for another shameless plug for my indoor track team, Nick James, Star Junior Division quarter miler for the Rams last year.
Tremendous. Here's Hugo. Off his foot. Nice move. To the right side. He's calling for the ball on the ground. Oh my gosh, into the upper left corner. That was what you call a great idea by El Shaddai Nagundo. Or, yes, it was.
Now entering the match, number 30, for the Rams,
And
Nick James.
that would have been the one place on the field where there really, where there really wasn't a player, in that upper right-hand corner of the goal. Eight minutes left in the first half. Plenty of time, folks. The score is 0-0 here at Portland Deering Playoff Soccer. On WPPS TV3. The long send. Quinn Clark gets a foot on it. Oh, but watch out, because Ramadan is right there. Here comes Clark. Quickly gets rid of it. And it goes out a little bit too far past Luca Serio. Clark now. Between the uprights. Oh, wait, excuse me. Wrong sport. Okay, now. That's headed by Merman. Here's Hugo. Hugo on the right side in Nagundo. Ooh.
Nice takeaway by Robert Ochan there. As he kicks it up to Ramadan.
Every single time this young man, Ramadan, gets his foot on the ball, watch out, folks, there's always a threat. But just like that, Merman with a foot on it and gets it up to Nagundu. And here comes Nagundu. He's got 3 Rams on him, tries to split them, and he comes up with the ball.
Great look by Alex Frank.
Yeah, tremendous work.
Nagundu loses it. Frank's able to just tap it back with his head and keep the play going.
And now on the right side is Fonseca. And now the clear by Kadim. Oop. 1 Bulldog down. And here we go, folks, as Deering is on the move. Look at Isa Ramadan, how far he can travel on that field. From striker to wing and back again on the inside.
Entering the match for the Bulldogs, number 18, Wes Bryant. And returning for the Bulldogs, number 20, Samuel Nuranziza.
So Samuel Nuranziza and Wes Bryan have now come in for the Dogs, and that's going to be Portland ball. As Frank was knocked down there. Long clear by Maloney's in the middle. Here's Fonseca. But too many Deering defenders there. And now just it seems like just wanting to kick it out is Ochan.
And Bongo will get the job done. Still clear it right out onto Leland Street.
So here we go, folks. Now 4.5 minutes left in the first half. The score is 0-0. If either one of these teams can score now, Frank, they'll have tremendous momentum going into the locker room.
Well, Steve, you hear it in so many other sports. In basketball, those final 2 minutes before the half. In football, trying to get a last possession before going in. Really can carry that game coming out into the second half after a sit in the locker room.
Here's Fonseca on the wing, and he's got pressure by number 32, Chipola. And it will be Deering ball. Number 22 for Portland checking in will be Barrick Bobe. Jonathan Bobe, of course, a great former player, his brother, for Portland High School, graduated.
And Jonathan and Pavel carried Coach Frenzilli's program for a couple years.
That's exactly right. And Pavel is also, I assume, graduated. I'm not sure how many Bobes we have to look forward to coming into the program, but this will be the third.
And it could be a long run of Bobes versus Ramadans in this Portland Deering matchup.
Oh, very interesting. Speaking of which, we have a Ramadan tying his shoe, I believe, on the far side of the field.
And that'll be Hisham Ramadan. Hisham a senior, Issa a sophomore.
Pretty amazing. Number 10 as a sophomore. Here's Wes Bryan. The send goes to the middle, but headed out of there by Ochan. Portland on the move. We have a Deering player down. They have a little bit of an advantage. Nobody's calling anything. We have a stoppage of play now, however. Actually, the clock is still running, folks. That's going to be Deering's ball.
Looks like that was Hisham Ramadan shaking up on the play. Could be wrong.
Just 2 minutes left in the first half. 0-0 is the score. This is Portland High School, Deering High School playoff soccer. Well, that's a nifty move. Back over to Hugo now. Hugo's going to kick it out, though.
And correction, Steve, that was Janata Mbongo who's down for Deering. He's walking a little gingerly, but trying to play through it. Clock winds under 90 seconds here. And Mbongo will kick it in from the goal.
Well, this is one exciting game. Frank now. Hugo, we were thinking he'd go back, but he's going to turn instead and change fields. So he's got number 21, LeMay. Boom. The big send, and Clark will get a head on it. He'll get it over to one of his players on the sidelines there. You know, with just 21 seconds left, I think it's safe to say, unless Portland can really get something together here very quickly, they've got 13 seconds to try to get it inside. And that's not going to happen. So time is going to expire in the first half with the score. Portland High School 0, Deering High School 0, and we'll be back. So, Frank, what a tremendous first half for both teams. Even up, something that we maybe didn't expect to happen here, as Deering came in the higher-ranked team. But, you know, the Portland Bulldogs certainly are in this game by all means with Deering. Deering the favorite by virtue of their record.
Well, and Steve, in these games, anything can happen. When you put two ancient rivals on the field, two schools that really don't like each other, you never know exactly whether the chalk's going to play out or whether you'll have an upset.
And, you know, you as a coach probably know that to be true. I don't really sense myself that these schools don't like each other, but maybe that's because I like them both. I mean, I graduated from Deering, and my kids went to Portland, and we cover Portland high school sports, and, of course, love that. But we see it as a healthy rivalry. A lot of these kids played in Portland Pesa together. They play on travel teams together, and the Deering player went down there, and that's going to be a direct kick, I think. So, we really see them more as healthy rivals.
Well, and Steve, it's also a situation of familiarity breeding rivalry as well.
Right. That's always fun. And anything we can do to foster that, we'll try to do, Frank.
Keeps us well employed.
Right. I often say I think I'm worth 2 or 3 times what I'm paid by WPPS TV3 to volunteer for these games.
Are you asking for a raise, Steve? You want to double your salary?
Here we go, folks. Deering on the prowl, and ultimately the save there by Daligan with the long clear, but standing right there to intercept it is Ramadan, Hisham Ramadan. And here comes Deering again. So, oh my goodness gracious, folks. A tremendous save off the post.
Dalgan again playing a tremendous game, capitalizing on that first half, opening it up really well to start the second half.
But don't you get the sense that Coach Costigan at halftime said to his players, folks, guys, you got to come out here and you've got to be aggressive, and you've got to come do this.
Oh, without a doubt, being the higher seed, there's always the the pressure to play not to lose instead of playing to win, which is oftentimes poison to the superior team. I'm sure Coach Costigan warning against that, telling his team they have to go out and take it away from Portland.
So here's the long shot and the save by Kadim.
And Steve, as we talk about Coach Costigan, another man who brings great familiarity to the rival, Coach Costigan teaching history at Portland High School while coaching the Rams at Deering.
This, folks, is just the second time that Portland and Deering have played each other in the playoffs in soccer. And the first time was a 1981 prelim played between the two teams, and Deering won that game 1-0.
Bongo rifling it down the field, appears to have recovered from being shaken up at the end of that first half.
Frank with a foot now. He'll send it in. He's got, well, now it's headed the other way. Number 8 is Dana Hinchliff. Here's Ramadan on the right side, looks for his wing, and it's a shot, but it's saved. Saved by Ramadan. They almost combined on a goal in the first half and a beautifully executed play. Oh, off a foot right here. Here we go, folks. Oh, blocked. Oh, and almost in anyway as it was off of Mbongo.
Kind of a strange bounce there, Steve. Little funny English there. And almost got through Kadim. He's able to tap it out off the top of the crossbar into the back for a Portland corner.
So here we go. We'll see who will take this. It's a great send inside. It's a header. Oh, my gosh.
The ball's still loose in there, and Kadim's able to cover it up.
Oh, my goodness. What tremendous action, folks, as Portland's best threat of the evening.
And credit to Mustafa Kadim. They are able to stay with the ball over him, under him, around him, and he comes up wrapping it up.
Well, that's about that's about as heady a play as you'll find. Here we go, folks. Now Deering on the prowl here. Turning back again. Blocked this time by Frank. Ramadan goes out of bounds with that one. So Daligan will clear. The very interesting part of this, folks, just a few seniors on Portland. They're heavily laden with juniors and sophomores, and a lot of juniors on Deering as well. They will graduate Dutton and Kadim, Usagandio, Callahan, Kevin Siegel.
I believe Chapo and Mungo will also graduate for Deering.
And of course, Hisham Ramadan. Clark tried to get it out of there and he couldn't. Watch out, folks. Cleared.
The ball was just kind of hanging there in front of the goal for a second, Steve.
Here's Fonseca now. And the long clear by Ngandu. Portland will graduate Ken Bernard, El Shaddai Ngandu, Alex Frank, Omar Daoud, Lucas Serio, Peter Grabitsis, Wes Bryan, and Tim Baker.
Number 7, El Shaddai Ngandu.
He's out and injured tonight, Tim Baker. He cuts a great presence on defense when he's out there. So Portland misses something, but with 32 and a half minutes left in the second half, The score is still 0-0. Trying to come in and follow was Shahib. Hugo. With the ball once again. Sends it in, but right to during play. Here comes Alex Frank now with a long send in, but well defended by Deering. Another block, this time by Sam Merman. And Randy Hugo on the right side.
Portland doing a great job keeping it down on the Deering end.
Now, and that point is well taken. Oh, it goes through one defender. Cleared. This is about as exciting as it gets right here, and these stands have really filled up too. On occasion you'll catch the camera on the other side, but that is not indicative, I do not believe, of the number of Portland fans here. It may be. Some of the Portland fans are sitting on the home side here.
And there's quite the contingent of Portland students standing behind the Bulldog bench.
That point is also well taken, so it's overall a very, very exciting night. And it never fails to disappoint when Deering and Portland play. There's a chance on the football field that Deering and Portland could play each other in the state championship. Both teams are in the playoffs. Portland is ranked number 1 in Class A North and will have a bye. All games that playoff games that Portland plays will be at Fitzpatrick Stadium. So actually that was great defense on the part of Aaron Hoekstra, going step for step, step by step with Issa Ramadan.
Not an easy task.
Indeed.
And Dalgan will set up for another goal kick. Dalgan getting quite a bit of work today. Deering with a couple chances to threaten Portland keeper early.
Yeah, and unfortunately it goes right to Ramadan, but Quinn Clark with a foot on it. Gets it over to Hugo on the right side. Hugo now will take it down a ways. And here is a very, very explosive player. Number 20 is taken down, no call. Watch out now, Issa Ramadan.
Ochan giving chase.
It's going to go too far. It'll be a goal kick. So number 20 for Portland is Samuel Nurunziza. And he was the one, the sure-footed person there in that rush just a moment ago. Here's a nice foot on the ball by Dutton. Here's Frank. And this will be Maloney's. He'll send it on the right side. There's 3 Deering defenders there to overcome for Nurunziza. The long send in, pressure. And we'll see what the call is here. It's going to be looks like it's going to be a corner kick. But there's also going to be a conference, I think. Okay, so, and it's going to go to Deering. The ball's going to go to Deering.
A little confusion there, Steve. The officials are able to hammer it out as Mbongo will line up for the goal kick.
A long clear.
There's Chipola in the fight with the ball with Fonseca.
And then Hoekstra tried to send it back to him, to no avail. So 25 is Delano on the left side here. Manny Hugo now will have the ball. A little pressure on him, he'll dump it. Off to Nurziza. Nurziza now to Alex Frank in the middle. Here comes Frank, tries to set it up, takes a shot, it's going to go wide right. Just under 27 minutes left in the second half of this game. The score is 0-0. Portland Deering, Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt for WPPS TV3 Sports, bringing you all of the playoff soccer action here today. So that's Mbongo. But Nurziza's there. He's got the ball now, he changes fields, and he's got Maloney's. So still quite a bit of pressure with the ball in the Deering end of things here, Frank.
And Portland really trying to control play here in the second half.
Hugo tries to split two defenders in the middle. Kicked out of there.
Great clear by Deering there. Ball floating around by the goal, 50-50 ball. And the Rams able to control it.
Yeah, and I think the clearer was Ezra Chipola. And now Deering is on the run here. And getting a nice touch is Nagandu. Fonseca trying. My gosh, he's fast. It's a one-on-one situation here, and they're going to call it Deering ball. Everybody on the Portland bench was signaling otherwise. Shahib now, he'll lose it. Out of bounds.
The Hisham Ramadan on the throw-in.
.50-50. That was won by Pereira. This is a great soccer action here. These two teams really with tremendous heart.
And it looks like that'll be a Portland corner kick, Steve.
And we have a Fonseca tying his shoe again.
Wonder if that's a play the coach Frenzilli throws in to buy a little time.
That's interesting. The kick is up by Maloney's and off the head of Nurziza, and a great save by Mustafa Kadim, who will now clear it right to Dutton. But no, it's a nice clean tackle there by Alex Frank, sure-footed. Deering on the move, but blocked by Maloney, so a little bit of a whiff. Oh. Yeah, watch out, because Ramadan certainly is capable of controlling it, and we're going to have an offsides call. So 23 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first half. 0-0 is the score. 0-0, Portland and Deering. Here at Deering High School. The wind has actually died down. It's probably colder than it was before.
At this point, Steve, the players have gone in for halftime, come out there warm again. So I would say playing through that first half, getting through that tough wind with the breeze altering the ball's flight. Now they're looking at really just maintaining that body temperature and playing through these chilly conditions.
It is in fact 38 degrees as we watch this right now. The winds are calm.
It'll be Chris Irakozy checking back in for Deering.
Returning for the Deering Rams, number 19, Chris Irakozy.
And he will replace Hisham Ramadan, the senior Ramadan.
I think you're going to find that it's Issa Ramadan who is taking a break.
And you're right there, Steve.
And the key to that is obviously they're going to rest him up a little bit and get him ready for the final push in this game.
And certainly a player covering a lot of ground out there, Steve. So they'll definitely want to have his legs as fresh as possible as time winds down.
So Portland with a little bit of pressure here. Oh, but great defense, folks. Deering ball now. The throw will be Hisham Ramadan. Of course, Frank, I had the benefit of binoculars. So, in fairness to you.
Hey, never one to stall at admitting I'm wrong, Steve, especially when I have you in the booth. Expert in your field.
Yeah. Oh, here we go, folks. There's a threat here for Portland. Cross in. Oh. It's Frank trying to get a foot on it. You can just... really, folks, the takeaway from that is tremendous defense by the Deering Rams. Oh, that looked like a handball, but you can press the replay on your own VCR or cable to see if that's so. In any event, it's going to be Deering ball. Maloney goes out of bounds with it.
Robert Ochan trying to set things up for the Rams. Alex Frank on him like a glove.
Oh, he's taken down. Defensive play by Hisham Ramadan. It'll be a direct kick. He's, clearly, I don't think intended. It wasn't a breakaway at that point.
Oh.
It was, 55 yards to go. So, in fact, there was 60 yards to go. Well, that's a nice block there by Pereira on the send-in by Fonseca. Actually, we have not Fonseca, but
we'll have Kevin Siegel, number 20, entering the game for Deering. He'll replace Connor Doan. Siegel, senior captain for the Rams.
Maloney's. Oh, there's a lot of movement there inside. Here comes Alex Frank. He's relentless on Ramadan, but and here's Maloney's now. He's going to send it in, but really nobody home there, and it's going to be cleared out by Delano. The ball has spent a considerable amount of time in the Deering end of the 50-yard line. There are 18 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second half. The score is 0-0. And it seems as though this game is going to come down to the wire. Of course, things can happen awfully quickly. We've seen 2 goals scored in the span of 5 seconds. We were covering a Portland High School Marshwood game in Marshwood.
Sounds like you got your money worth that day, Steve, especially the long travel down to South Berwick.
Frank now, a little bit of daylight, sends it off to Nurunziza. Nurunziza looks for Shahib on the right wing, but it's going to be Deering ball. If I were out there, I'd say that's a whole lot of running for nothing. But these kids are in tremendous shape. They have to be, because they're ready to play 80 minutes.
They certainly are. And Steve, as with any elimination game, as Bill Russell said, get ready to run your legs off in short 60-second sprints, totaling about 5 miles.
My goodness. Winning that ball is Ramadan. Then the right back in is Hoekstra. Tries to thread the needle over there to Nagundo. Fonseca now on the left side, and it's going to be kicked out by Ramadan. This time it's Hoekstra. Oh, covered up by Mustafa Kadim, and he will clear it. Right there, though, is Shahib. Shahib now, he's got one behind him, goes in front instead. There's the nice little triangle move that you... And here's Portland out with a threat. Oh, mate, you just have to wonder if there's one pass too many. That was a great play by Kevin Siegel.
Siegel gets it out to Eric Koze. He's able to draw some of the Portland crowd away from the Deering net.
You know, you could say unselfish play, but you know, when you're that close to the goal, folks, you just, you know, you want to see a shot. At least as a fan. Certainly if you're a fan of Portland. Maybe not if you're a fan of Deering. But what you can say is tremendous defense. Here we go again now. Another threat for Portland. Changing fields over to Nurunziza. Delano's certainly not going to make it easy for him.
Delano wisely getting that ball away from the Deering zone.
Here we come now, folks. We can cross it in. And right there is Fonseca, but also right there is Kadim. And Kadim wins that. 14 minutes, 45 seconds left in the regulation of this game. There will be a winner tonight. There will be no tie. So ultimately, it'll come down to overtimes. I believe 2 5-minute overtimes, and then PKs after that. If the rules are the same as when I was broadcasting regularly for Portland Bulldogs soccer and some Deering soccer.
Well, and we will not see a similar outcome as last time these two played, which, as we said earlier, Steve, is the 1-1 tie.
Point well taken. That was a great night as well, because both the Deering girls and Portland girls played as well. And both teams, the boys and the girls teams, each tied.
And that, Steve, truly was a night when the school department could not lose.
And didn't. That's right. Nobody lost that night, folks. Okay, so here's a threat now for Deering.
Irakosi staying with it, filling in aptly for Issa Ramadan.
Blocked, and then ultimately kicked out of there by Merman in a way that will result in a throw-in. As watch out, folks, because Issa Ramadan now comes in for the Rams, and Chipola checks back in as well, I believe.
Siegel with a throw-in for Deering.
Watch out, folks. There's a beautiful kick in and a nice header out of there by Alex Frank as it was crossed in by Mungo. Oh, that's a push. Well, we have an offsides. Let's see. No, the call is going to be a push. Going to be a direct kick now by, it's really a closer cross is what it is. Very dangerous here, folks, as Issa Ramadan is going to take this throw. this kick. The best chance of the night for Deering. Over the crossbar.
Excellent bid by the Rams there. Couldn't quite corral it with the head.
Daligan now will clear. Just under 12 minutes left in regulation, folks, and it goes right back to Deering. So Irakosi now in the middle. That header is won by Ochan. Here comes Hugo, though. Nice tackle, legitimate by Ramadan. Way up in the stands.
Yeah, nice snag by a fan. Get a nice ovation there.
The toss-in will, he'll toss the ball to our friend Greg Tosi, the trainer for Deering. Handling double duty tonight as our trainer Ryan Lucas cannot make it. I should say the Portland trainer Ryan Lucas cannot make it.
There's Portland trying to advance the ball quickly.
Yeah, and here's Shahib now. He's got on the left side Fonseca. Fonseca double teamed. Oh my gosh, what a great stop, but yeah, great defense again by Deering. They say defense wins championships, Frank?
That's what I've been told, Steve.
Merman to the middle. But in the middle, and with the ball is Ochan. And now on the right wing is Termibawi. Hugo clears. But right there is Mungo. Boom. Aaron Hoekstra. Right down the middle. Mungo again. Maloney's this time over to Shahib. Shahib now, he's got about 5 to beat. But on the left side, the send-in comes from Nagandu.
Nice clear by Mbongo out to Ramadan.
Both teams playing with a little bit more sense of abandon here as there's under 10 minutes to go in regulation. Oh, that was a nifty move by Shahib, but ultimately cleared out of there by Delano. Clark and Frank, I don't know. If I were playing, it would be very difficult to imagine getting past Clark and Frank.
That's quite the dynamic duo for Coach Franzilli's team there.
But if anybody could do it, of course, it would be Issa Ramadan. And now here we go with another bid by Deering as Issa Ramadan will take the corner. So 9 minutes left in regulation, again with an opportunity. Every corner, extremely important. In fact, Deering is going to rush up one of their defenders here, Mbongo.
That'll be Mbongo. Good size frame, try to clear some space out. Get on the ball.
And it's headed out of there and then cleared out of there by Shaddai Nagandu. And then kicked out by Delano. So it'll be Portland ball, 8.5 minutes left. 0-0 is the score here at Memorial Field as the Deering Rams are taking on the Portland Bulldogs in second round quarterfinal soccer action.
The winner will play the winner of Falmouth versus Thornton Academy, regional semifinals.
I earlier said that they were going to play Falmouth. I had thought that was the situation, but that was incorrect. We don't know who's going to ultimately win that game.
Falmouth the number 2 seed, Thornton the number 10 seed.
Yeah, that's kicked out. Oh, goodness. Deering ball. So the fans are really rowdy here tonight as they just want to. Oh my goodness, here's a threat, but it just passed Fonseca. So 7 minutes left now as the clock ticks down. The long clear by Kadim. Kadim has number 30, Nick James. Who we've learned also runs track. Or is on the team in any event.
Nick James, also with Issa Ramadan, was on a league record-setting relay team for the Rams last year.
So Nurunziza, and now on the right side here is, it's not easy to get past number 25, but if you do, you may be rewarded. There's a kick inside, and now here we go again. That time the ball was out off the foot of El Shaddai Nagundo. 6 minutes left. So here we go, Ramadan, but this time it's going to be kicked out of there by Frank. Actually, I think that may have been Merman. Number 20 is Nurunziza. Here's a shot, it's wide right, off the foot of Alex Malonis. It'll be a goal kick for Mustafa Kadim.
Returning for the Deering Rams, number 23, Eric Pereira.
So Pereira now rejoins the field here for Deering. 5 minutes left, Frank, and if they often say the last 5 minutes of a basketball game are the most exciting. You know these teams are going to play with reckless abandon here now because it's for all the marbles.
Well, really neither team wants to leave it up to penalty kicks either, Steve. With that overtime period in there, the sooner one of these teams can score, certainly the safer they'll feel as the clock winds down.
Well, there's a great ball, a great leading ball. It's going to be out of bounds, however.
Good bid by Pereira and James to try to save that, keep it in, but they couldn't quite get there. Osmani Azizi returns for Deering, replacing number 20, Kevin Siegel.
Kevin Siegel gave some great minutes to Deering. Ochan. Whenever you say the word Ochan, you can expect that there's going to be some great ball handling. Here comes Deering with a bid. And ultimately, it's going to be a corner kick. So, folks, with 3.5 minutes left, the corner kick here is going to be taken by Eric Pereira.
Pereira's going to try to get some good English on that ball. The Rams move 25 Caleb Delano in.
There's a goal, folks. A goal with 3 minutes, 19 seconds left in regulation of this contest.
Great kick by Pereira to set it up, and it's able to trickle in past Dalligan.
I'm not sure who's going to get credit for it here, but you can see the Deering fans and players. Well, we have no goal.
No goals, we return to the action.
So I guess it was an offsides. Wow.
Steve, I believe that's 2 goals so far for Deering. taken back tonight because of the offsides penalty.
My goodness, Frank. Well, we'll see now with 2.5 minutes left what can happen. Fonseca tries to settle it. He does. He shoots. Goes wide left, not that far. So it'll be a goal kick here again with just about 2 minutes left in regulation of this contest. Some shoe issues here tonight for a few of the players. That was Janata Bungo, who's going to take the kick. After he tied his shoes, he kicks it a country mile up the field, but it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Portland ball.
Great boot by Mbongo, but he couldn't quite keep it in the middle of the field.
This time it's going to scoot past the Portland players, though. Here's Hoekstra. Tries to send it to Fonseca in the middle. Very impressive, Ochan. Many of these daring players impress. But what an evenly matched game tonight. And frankly, it shouldn't be any surprise because these teams did play, as you suggest, to a tie earlier this year.
Very evenly matched game here, Steve. Similar profiles by both teams as well. Solid team speed. And as we've seen tonight, two fantastic efforts by the goalkeepers, Kadim and Daligan.
So Portland tries to put on a bid there to no avail. As Ziza, here we go, shot, score! That is Alex Frank, folks. Alex Frank does it again in the playoffs, and number 9.
And when it came down to it for the Bulldogs, that's what it's all about. Going back to the guy who got you here, Alex Frank.
Oh my goodness, folks. There are 40 seconds left.
We tick under 30 seconds here, Steve.
What an incredible turn of events, folks. He did it in the first playoff game. He does it now. We have a stoppage of the clock.
It looks like it'll be Mbongo trying to float that kick in there. One more time for the Rams.
So Bongo sends it in. Watch out, folks. It's dangerous to be there. About the clock, tick, 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 tick. It's 20 seconds left. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Portland High School is going to win this playoff game by a score of 1-0 on the strength of the foot of Alex Frank. So, you know, the daring players are disappointed, but what a great season they had.
And capped off by a tremendous matchup here tonight, Steve.
Thank you for attending Class A South Quarterfinals here at Memorial Field. And please drive home safely.
So the teams will shake hands. It was a tremendous, well-fought game. Goals scored with under a minute left. Absolutely unbelievable, folks.
Steve,
what a game.
Really a true response by Alex Frank. Within a minute and a half of the Deering goal taken away by the offsides, able to strike for the Bulldogs and send his team on to that semifinal matchup.
So a great show of sportsmanship, and we'll be back to look at the players are still hugging each other. They really are friends and great rivals. Really, what it is it's a great rivalry, and these teams know that they played their hearts out tonight, and really that's really just indicative of the great game that they had, and the great feelings that they have towards each other. The fans are on the field by permission of our athletic director and assistant principal, and sought permission to do so, and got it. So. Of course, a tremendous game by both teams, and Frank and I will be back to wrap up for you in a moment. So, Frank, not necessarily the expected result, but what an exciting game tonight.
A tremendous game, Steve. Back and forth, right down to 40 seconds remaining in the game when Alex Frank put the team on his back and carried the Bulldogs into the semifinals.
Well, folks, it was a great, well-played game all the way around tonight. All of the usual suspects, if you will, all of the great soccer stars on both teams really just had a tremendous game tonight. Deering had a couple of goals that were called back by offsides, and certainly that was the difference.
Well, it's certainly, Steve, and especially one of those goals coming about a minute and a half before Frank puts the Bulldogs on top for good, and really a momentum shift where we saw the Deering fans celebrating, the Portland fans kind of in shock, a lot of pointing, discussion from the referees, and ultimately getting the calls right.
Well, folks, that'll wrap it up for Frank and I here tonight from Memorial Field. We'll say so long. Tonight, the Portland Bulldogs have defeated the Deering Rams 1-0 in playoff soccer. Good night from WPPS TV 3.